My name is Noso.
I am Anna Barrison. Okay, I'm Dr. Chuka Mekemelike.
Victor, Arizona.
My name is Margaret.
My name is Ike Opara.
Yes, my name is Mike Antonio Ekoja.
Babu wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. Today I'm in downtown Abuja CBD, and I'm going to do interview. I want to interview people, because of this little saga that happened in South Africa about a South African whom South Africans believe she's Nigerian, and they discriminated against her. I'm talking about Chidimma Adetshina. So today I'm going to be asking a lot of people what they think or why they think that the South Africans don't like Nigerians. So my brother, please can I know you?
My name is Noso.
Noso.
Yes.
Noso, I want to ask you, have you ever been to South Africa?
No, I've not been to South Africa.
Or you've not been to South Africa?
Yes.
Very recently, there is a little problem that a little skirmish between Nigerians and South Africa because of one lady called Miss Chidimma Adetshina, and she was supposed to represent South Africa in a beauty pageant. They rejected her because her father is Nigerian, and now she's now in Nigerian beauty pageant. Okay. But the question I want to ask you, why do you think that South Africans so much discriminate against Nigerians? Even more than other African nationals, Nigerians in particular. Why do you think they discriminate against
Yes, concerning that Chidimma story, I heard about it too. That her mother is from Nigeria, but the dad.
No, the dad is Nigerian.
The dad is Nigerian.
Her mother
is South Africa.
But she was born in South Africa.
She was born in South Africa.
And bred in South Africa.
And I heard it was towards the final that they disqualified her. That she's not a South African.
Yeah. Why do you think they hate us? Is that something you can say why they don't?
From my own side of view, I will say that the reason why the South Africans really hate Nigerians is because one, Nigerians are up and doing wherever they find themselves, whether in their home country or outside their home country. They have the strength to work and then make money and generate money from themselves. So that single reason alone made the South Africans, especially their men, to see Nigeria as being competitive towards them, coming to their own place, dominating them, gaining wealth from them, and then taking away their women. That's what I heard, though. Like collecting some of their women falling in love with Nigeria. And also, when somebody is bigger than a person, there's every tendency that the lesser person will be envious of you, because Nigeria is called the giant of Africa. Okay. So by that alone, I believe that's the reason why they are also in this thing with Nigeria. Very angry with Nigeria.
Okay, the second thing I want to ask you, apart from these things you said, do you think there are some things where the South African lifestyle we are into doing some things? Are there some things you think Nigeria should stop doing if really Nigerians are really doing these things in South Africa?
Things like what? They are saying that we are doing things.
Yeah, they say we are doing drugs.
Okay.
They say we are doing drugs. They say we are doing whatever. Do you believe we are doing these things?
No, I don't think Nigerians are doing those things that they say. Moreover, there is no place that you won't find crime. Crime is everywhere. Around the world. So if they are saying Nigeria, I'm seeing it that they are envious of Nigeria.
In fact,
because if they are saying that it's drug, will you tell me that 99% of Nigerians in South Africa are into drug? No, most of them are there working and making source from.
In fact, from all survey, it is believed that South Africa crime rate is bigger than Nigerian crime rate. So how would they blame Nigeria?
I don't know.
Nigerians solve their problem.
No,
and South Africa, they will take drugs more than Nigerians.
Yes.
So, well, okay. But if you are opportune to go to South Africa, will you take it?
If I'm opportune to go to South Africa, is it for vacation or
whatever?
If it's for vacation, I will go. But South Africa is not the country I'm aiming to go. To. I can just go there for vacation. Just spend a little time and then come back.
Go to Timbuktu.
And then come back to Nigeria.
Then come back. Okay. But do you believe we have South Africans in Nigeria?
I believe we have South Africans in Nigeria. Even people from other countries are in Nigeria.
So how do you think we treat foreigners in our country?
As for foreigners, Nigerians are very accommodative towards foreigners. We give foreigners that good human relationship that they expect from us. Sometimes too, we the indigenous here, we even favor the foreigners unlike our own people. That we take that we accommodate foreigners very well in this country.
Wonderful.
And here we don't discriminate. Even if you are a foreigner, you go about your normal business on a daily basis. Nobody chases you, nobody harasses you. You just do your thing in a normal way.
Okay. And if you're opportune now to have a woman, a South African woman to marry, would you marry a South African?
South African woman, which one precisely, the blacks or the whites?
South African, whoever that person is.
Yeah, I don't know where fate will land me. If eventually lands me to South African woman, yes. Yes, I'll marry South Africa.
Yeah, because me too, I'm all over the world. It's making my love.
Yes.
But I'll marry.
Yes.
I don't have
Once
a
it works out between
you and
yes,
everything. That's it. So once again, it's nice meeting you, Mr. Nonso.
Thank you, sir.
This is Africa's Realities YouTube channel.
Okay.
Please, I want you to subscribe and ring the notification bell.
Okay.
It's nice chatting with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Please, delighted to meet you.
Okay, I'm Dr. Chukwuemeka Melike.
Okay, Dr. Chukwuemeka.
Yes.
Welcome to Africa's Realities
Thank you very
YouTube
much.
channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to ask you, have you ever been to South Africa?
No, I've never been to South Africa.
Oh, okay. You know, but there is this thing going about that we know that South Africans, they don't like Nigeria. They discriminate against Nigerians, especially what we saw with the Chidimma Adetshina's case. Now, I want to ask you, why do you think South Africans hate us this much?
From my observation, they call it xenophobia. Of course, you know that they made some references that when Nigerians come, they lose their jobs. Of course, the mere job that the South Africans were doing, as soon as these Nigerian boys and girls come in, they lose the jobs.
So are we like more skillful than they are?
Yes, because some of them are lazy. And secondly, the reason why I would say the South Africans hate Nigeria is that recently they brought out one article that said that we sell drugs to them. This met, and a lot of things are. And Julius Malema also came up with an article in the House. Of course, you know the House Speaker of South Africa, Julius Malema, he has been the one trying to defend Africans. And
that man is really talking about the unification of all Africans.
Yes, but we Africans we don't love ourselves.
And by all indication, from all statistics, we know that the South Africans, there are more crimes in South Africa than in Nigeria.
Yes.
From statistics. So why would they say Nigerians are the criminals?
Yeah, because if you go to Pretoria, most of these soft spots, those places that criminals hide, are very habited by Nigerians. Of course, you saw what happened with Lucky Dube. The guys that killed him said that they thought it was a Nigerian who duped them. You can imagine that.
Can you believe?
Yes.
Can you believe?
You can imagine that.
Yeah.
So.
But I want to ask you another question.
All right.
Do you believe we have South Africans here in Nigeria?
Yes, of course. If you go to Jos, I was in Jos when I was posted to Jos 2 years ago. I was in Jos. I saw them in Rayfield. Yeah, I saw them in Rayfield. I saw them in even in the NTA college.
Those are white South Africans.
Yes.
I've seen black, I've seen white South Africans.
Yes.
And they are in Nigeria.
They're in Nigeria.
So how do you think we treat them here in Nigeria?
We treat them well. There's not been any case or any time that a report came out from any quarters that Nigerians are killing South Africans here, except when they had issues with our federal government that Buhari had to ask the president to come with it because of MTN. You know what happened? They were owing Nigeria 55 billion.
Apparently, that was not xenophobia.
That's
business.
That's business. That's the only time we said that we can say that we had issues with South Africa.
Okay.
We love them and we stay with them.
Okay. But looking at this xenophobia and everything, if you're opportune now and you're given opportunity to go and live in South Africa, will you take it?
Yes, of course.
With the xenophobia and everything?
Yes, but it depends. You know, I told you earlier on that if you are in South Africa, you are not into crime. These South African boys will not see you.
Are you sure? They don't discriminate. They don't. I don't know. They don't differentiate which Nigerian is which Nigerian.
Yes, because of those soft spots. You know, like last week, I heard at Pretoria that they raided Pretoria and they arrested over 47 persons and 18 were Nigerians.
Wow. Okay. If you are not married, sir,
yes,
would you have married a South African?
Yes, of course, because opportunities come from everywhere.
Even with the hate and everything.
Yes, of course. Emeka Ike married a South African. A movie producer and a movie actor in Nigeria here. He married a South African.
Wow, wonderful.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. This is Africa's Reality.
Thank you.
This YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, can I get to meet you?
Okay, I am Annabelle.
Oh, Mr. Annabelle. You are welcome to Africa's Realities YouTube channel. And today I want to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever been to South Africa?
Not at all.
Okay. You know, recently there was a little skirmish between South Africa and Nigeria because of a lady called Miss Chidimma Adetshina. And she is South African, but because she has a Nigerian father, and it became like a little skirmish. So I want to ask you, why do you think these South Africans, why do you think that they hate us very much? What do you think is the reason why South Africa hate Nigeria very much?
Wow. Honestly, this is a very sensitive question. And from my own perspective, or what I perceive is that, you see, there's something about history. When you lose touch of history, there are possibilities that your directions in life might be affected. So I think South Africa has lost touch with history, how Nigeria as a nation played a big role in the days of apartheid and supported them with everything they have to make sure that South Africa got their freedom. But in recent times, I think the government of South Africa itself need to educate their people and refresh their memory how friendly Nigeria is to them. Nigeria is not their enemy, and they should stop seeing us as their enemy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, but do you think there are some things Nigerians are doing that are provoking the South Africans? Are there some specific things that Nigerians are doing that's making them angry?
I think both ways. Nigeria also have their own faults based on the fact that we have Nigerians that are not law-abiding citizens. They do things that will always provoke the nation they are staying in. They goes against the rules and all the rest of them. And again, I think that South Africa itself, the people herself, has to come to self-realization that Nigerians are hard-working people. Even though we have people that misbehave from time to time, Nigerians are hardworking, and wherever they found themselves, they excel. So they should not be bothering themselves over the success of Nigeria. They should not be intimidated, but rather learn the characteristic of Nigerians that make them successful. And so that's what I say.
So my next question, do we have South Africans in Nigeria?
I think we do.
So how do you think we treat South Africans?
Oh, Nigerians are hospitable. They don't even know if you're a foreigner or not. They just treat you as one of them. In my chess club, we have a chess club, and we have foreigners there. We have the Congolese there. And the way we relate with him, we relate with him as if he's one of us. Sometimes we can just joke, say, hey boy, we go deport you because we are playing games. But he feels so comfortable among us and all that. So foreigners are always comfortable with Nigerians. We don't single out people and start treating them bad.
So personally, if you are opportune to go to South Africa, will you take it?
Will I take
the opportunity if you have an opportunity?
It depends. It depends on what you call opportunity. South Africa is a nice place. It has wildlife. Their tourism is beautiful, so I can decide to go there for tourism and relaxation. Things like that. But for me to go and stay there, I don't really think so.
Okay. And if you have the opportunity to have a South African wife, will you marry her?
I'm already married.
But do you like South Africans?
Oh, they are beautiful people. Well, you can't take that away from them. Their girls are beautiful. Their men are beautiful. So they are beautiful people.
So what shout out would you want to tell South Africans?
Oh, South Africans, South Africa, we are your brothers. We love you, and we are looking out for you. All right? One love.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anaba.
Thank you so much.
It's nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
My brother, please, may I know you?
Okay, my name is Victor Arizona.
Okay, Victor. I don't know. Have you ever been to South Africa?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, you've not been to South Africa.
Yes.
Okay, there is a little skirmish between Nigeria and South Africa recently, and it came about because of one lady called Miss Chidimma Adetshina. So she was supposed to represent South Africa in a beauty pageant, but they rejected her because her father is Nigerian, and now Nigerians have called her to be to contest in our own beauty pageant. But the question I want to ask you: why do you think? Why is it? Why do you think that South Africans hate us very much? What's the reason you think that makes them to hate us?
Okay. South Africa is also Africa. As far as I'm concerned, they are our brother, but we are the big brothers. So most times that big brothership, I don't know if they think maybe one thing or the other, they should be the one that's the big brother. I think that is one of the issues. And then you as a Nigerian, you are a strong person. I'm a strong person. Every Nigerian can cope anywhere, any situation. And I also heard that their ladies somehow prefer Nigerians. We are strong in everything. So I think most of these things and many other things I cannot mention now attribute to all those things.
Okay. Now my second question is this: but do you think, apart from these things you said, do you think there is something again that we are doing? There's something wrong we are doing that is really wrong that you can point out. So Nigerians are doing maybe one or two things wrong in South Africa.
Okay, I've not been to South Africa, but I know I read a little bit when time permits. I know Nigerians like traveling, and maybe in that process, some of them might have been involved in one thing illegal or the other, or whatever they might consider as bad. So maybe.
Okay, okay. Now, but do you believe we have a lot of South Africans too here in Nigeria?
Yes, sure, we have.
So
I even know of a South African garden somewhere around Kubwa. I don't know if it still is, but now I've been there. South African garden, I think.
okay, and how do you think we treat South Africans in Nigeria?
Nigerians are good. In fact, to the best of my knowledge, Nigerians even treat outsiders more
Treat
than
ourselves.
they treat themselves. So I think we are doing them well. Most of them in Nigeria wouldn't want to go back because Nigeria accommodates everybody.
Okay, would you like to go to South Africa someday?
For a visit, but not to reside there.
Even with the xenophobia, one day can be xenophobic. Don't you fear to go to South Africa?
I'm afraid that's why I wouldn't want to reside there. I would just go there, do my business, and come back.
Come back. Wow, wonderful. Okay, if you have the chance to marry a South African lady, will you take it?
Um, for now, I'm not thinking about that. Most things about marriage, you don't most times know where it's coming from. So if it's from there, fine. But though I'm not seeing it happening anyway.
Wow. So thank you once again,
Victor, sir.
Mr. Victor.
Yes, sir.
It's nice having you.
You're
This
welcome,
is
sir.
this is Africa's Realities YouTube channel, and I want you to subscribe. Hey, ring the notification bell so that you can watch yourself
All right.
and your interview.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, my sister, please, can I know you? What's your name?
My name is Margaret.
Okay, Margaret, you are welcome to Africa's Realities YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know, have you ever been to South Africa?
No, I haven't.
But do you know about South Africa?
Yes, I.
Okay, recently there's a little saga between that South Africa has against Nigeria because of a lady called Chidimma Adetshina,
Yeah.
and we now see how the South Africans have a xenophobic or discrimination against Nigeria.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Why do you think that the South Africans have this discrimination against Nigerians?
I really don't know. I think they feel we are in competition with them. Nigeria is the giant of Africa, obviously. So I just think they are threatened. I really don't know, because it's a question that I do ask myself too sometimes, because we are all one, we are all Africans. So I don't see any reason why there should be discrimination or conflicts or competition amongst ourselves. So
Okay,
it's a question
but
that
do you think that there is something that Nigerians are doing? Is that something that Nigerians are doing? You think they are doing wrong, or something that Nigerians need to change?
I'm not going to say there's anything that we're doing wrong. Though I really can't say anything bad about my country, even though I know we are all not good, we are all not perfect. But Nigeria is filled with good people, creative people, outstanding people. Wherever we go, we always stand out. So I think they're just being threatened. Yeah, that's just the word. That's just the word.
But do you think we have South Africans in Nigeria?
Yes, we do. We do.
And how do you think we treat them in Nigeria?
We are very friendly. Nigerians are very friendly, very hospitable. So I don't think the discrimination we discriminate like the way they do. We welcome them. They are more safer here in Nigeria than we are over there.
Okay.
Yes.
Finally, if you have the chance to go to South Africa, will you take it?
If I go to South Africa, definitely not to live there because it's obvious we are not welcome there. I might go there for work, school, something might take me there, vacation, that's if they even have a good result there. Yeah, for vacation, but I don't think South Africa is a place I want to live. I definitely don't want to live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you once again,
Margaret.
Miss Margaret.
Thank you.
Thanks for having you.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir. Please, can I know you, please?
Good morning. My name is Ike Opara.
Okay, Mr. Ike Opara.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question, please. Have you ever been to South Africa?
Yes. Yes, I lived in South Africa.
Oh, wonderful.
I lived in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Wow.
Yes.
So, you are the best person that I have interviewed in this interview because you have lived in South Africa. Now, recently there is a little saga that happened because there is a lady called Chidimma Adetshina who they believe is a Nigerian, and the South Africans discriminated against her.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to ask you a question. Why do you think that South Africans discriminate against Nigerians?
Well, there's something called xenophobia. Xenophobia is a phobia of foreigners. But surprisingly, it happens between black people. Because we're the same race. For some reason, the main thing why the South Africans discriminate against Nigerians is intimidation. They feel intimidated by Nigerians. Nigerians come there and take their women. I may be a little sarcastic about it. The Nigerian men treat their women better, in bed and out of bed. So they feel that Nigerians come to oppress them. People who have been victims of oppression, they've gone through something called apartheid for a long time with the white people, and they feel oppressed. So feel another black man coming to oppress them, puts another system on the pressure on them, and they don't like it. So particularly Nigerians, because of that, their women flock to Nigerians. So because of that, they have this xenophobia against Nigerians. And also Nigerians come there and make a lot of money and oppress them. So that is the main reason. But for the Chidimma case, because she has a Nigerian blood, that also made it worse for her. So there are many other reasons, but this is basically the main reason.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, but is there one thing that you can point out that Nigerians are doing that is infuriating the South Africans?
Oh yeah, the one thing I can point out is taking their women, like I mentioned earlier. Once a Nigerian comes now, South African woman hears that he's a Nigerian, she will prefer him to a South African man. Nigerian men have a bigger thing downstairs than the South African men. Most of them don't get circumcised till older ages. So because of that, the women want to flock to Nigerian men for sexual satisfaction, and Nigerian men treat them better. South African men don't give women money; they beat them, eat their food. They don't give them money. The woman will cook their food with their money. So Nigerian men will come and give them money, pay their house rent, buy them cars. So these men feel intimidated. That Nigerian men treat them just throw money around the ladies. So this is the main problem. Then another thing that I may want to say is Nigerians come there and do cocaine, peddle drugs. So they feel that the cocaine and the drugs peddled around their country is also killing their citizens. So these are the two reasons why they fight Nigerians more than any other thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing I want to ask you is that if you have another opportunity to go back to South Africa, will you do it?
Well, I'm a South African citizen. I have a South African passport. I have a daughter who is 26 years old. She's in South Africa. So, and I have full citizenship. I have the South African passport. I don't have the opportunity. I privilege to go there anytime I want. If I wake up, I just go there.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, do we have South Africans in Nigeria?
Of course. It's no news that MTN belongs to South Africa. It's no news that DSTV belongs to South Africa. Mnet Movie Magic is all South African companies. There are a lot of numerous South African companies in Nigeria. So all those companies are piloted by South Africans here. So they hold the sway in Nigeria, and there are many of them, even in South African embassy. Many of them are my friends who live here, and even in Maitama, there are a lot of them here. But Nigerians are not like South Africans.
So how do you think we treat them here?
We treat them very well, very, very, absolutely very. Nigerians are not xenophobic in nature. Nigerian is very welcoming. Mostly when it comes to foreigners, you see Chinese, all the rubbish they do here, Nigerians still welcome them. You see the Lebanese, all the nonsense they do here, Nigerians still welcome them. Once you're not a Nigerian, Nigerians love you. That's how we are naturally, but we don't segregate. Yeah, so unfortunately, it's not so for South Africans.
Wow, once again, you're welcome, Mr. Aiki.
Thank you, my brother. Thank
you for
your time.
This is Africa's Realities YouTube channel.
I appreciate
it. So I pray that you will look for it and you will subscribe.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm here in Nigeria, so anything, I'll plug into it.
Thanks for having you.
Yeah.
Please, can we know you, sir?
Yes, my name is Mike Antonio Ekoja.
Okay, so please, I want to ask you, have you ever been to South Africa?
Of course not. I've not been to South Africa before.
Okay, but recently there's a little saga about a lady called Chidimma Adetshina, who they believe is Nigerian. She says she's South African, but it happened because of a beauty pageant. Now, the question I want to ask you, why do you think that South Africans somewhat discriminate against Nigerians? Can you have any reason you can say why they discriminate against us?
Okay, I cannot really pinpoint anything particularly as far as I know, but South Africa has this history of xenophobic attack. I think they are xenophobic in nature, not just only to Nigeria particularly, perhaps to other African nationals that are actually residing in South Africa. To a large extent, we've had different occurrences of attacking African brothers, particularly Nigerians too, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, maybe there is something that Nigerians are doing that is not right. Can you point out maybe one or two things you think Nigerians should watch out when they are in South Africa?
Well, I will not exonerate not having bad eggs among us outside the shores of this country. But one thing I think, one thing about Nigerians is that Nigerians are one of the smartest people on the surface of the earth. They are smart, they are resilient, and they are best at whatever it is they do. So some of these qualities that we have as Nigerians can equally attract perhaps envy from our other African brothers, not with the exception of having some few bad eggs that are not really representing us well outside the shores of the country.
Okay.
Yes.
So my final question: if you're opportune to go to South Africa, will you take it?
I've not thought about that in recent time, and so this could be a very difficult one for me to answer. I love Nigeria, and I think I have something reasonable to do here in Nigeria. Except otherwise, I'm going for a seminar or a conference or something. That would be a reason why I want to think of going to South Africa for now.
Okay, once again, thank you, Mr.
Mike Antonio Ekoja.
Mr. Mike, thank you very much.
You're welcome.